Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were all smiles as they dined at a celebrity hotspot in Los Angeles, just as it emerged that King Charles had evicted the couple from their only home in the United Kingdom, and offered it to Prince Andrew. Harry and Meghan broke cover for a night out at a private members club in Los Angeles as an unseen TV interview shows the Duke joking about reincarnation and finding freedom and happiness. Subscribe to my channel. Like, view, and share, and do not miss to press the bell icon. Since Spare's release, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have not been seen together in public until last night. There are rumors that his American wife was worried about the movie's release, which has hurt their popularity in the US, and put a spotlight on South Park. Additionally, it was reported today that Prince Andrew has been offered the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's Windsor residence, Frogmore Cottage, and that the couple is arranging to have their remaining possessions shipped to them in California. But when Harry and Meghan arrived at Hollywood's St. Vincent Bungalows, the best private club and restaurant in Los Angeles for A-list actors, musicians, and studio executives, they were beaming with happiness. A new interview with Harry, filmed a month ago in New York, was shown on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert hours later. In it, he answered a series of short questions about his life. Harry responded that he believes humans are reincarnated as animals when they die, and that he wants to be an elephant in response to a question about the afterlife. When asked to describe the rest of his life in 5 words, he also nodded in acknowledgement of his departure from the royal family and responded, "Happiness, freedom, clarity, space, and love." He also laughed when Colbert said, "I hate the royal family," after reading Spare. "As I read this book, I'm thinking, have them, Harry." After spending time in the UK, Colbert claimed that his wife adores the royals, to which Harry responded, "Wonderful." The Duke of Sussex participated in a spur-of-the-moment question-and-answer session with the host of the talk show called The Colbert Questionnaire. This segment was not originally broadcast along with the remainder of his discussion of Spare. In the 8.5-minute video, Harry admitted that he believes humans are reincarnated as animals upon death and that, if given the option, he would choose an elephant. When asked to describe the rest of his life in 5 words, he also nodded in acknowledgement of his departure from the royal family and responded, "Happiness, freedom, clarity, space, and love." He also said, "Cockpit," when asked if he prefers a window or aisle seat, that Gladiator was his favorite action movie, and that he once asked England's rugby team, winners of the World Cup, for autographs while they were naked, with their willies hanging out. The Sussexes were shown arriving at St. Vincent Bungalows last night on page 6 in the United States. Harry was the first one out of the car, dressed in a grey cardigan, a blue t-shirt, and blue shoes. His actress wife was much more dressed up, wearing dark cardigan, black high heels, tight black leather pants, and a black clutch bag. Despite the fact that no one can take pictures of the A-listers at St. Vincent Bungalows with their phones, an insider who saw them said they were extremely good spirits. According to a different source, Harry is pleased with his book, despite it achieving their personal popularity. An insider claimed, Harry stated that he was extremely pleased with the book's success and response. He stated that he had no regrets regarding any of the revelations, and he is relieved to have made his story public. It has received an amazing response. Prince Harry is already planning to add at least one new chapter to the paperback version, the author writes, when the sales of hardcovers have ended. The paperback version will be released later this year or early next. However, in the United Kingdom, it is alleged that the book caused Charles to expel them from Frogmore Cottage, despite the fact that their lease still has several years remaining. According to The Sun, Harry's memoir Spare, in which he made a series of sensational claims against the royal family, hit UK shelves in January. Days later, Buckingham Palace issued an eviction notice to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. According to the newspaper, the palace wants to bring in the disgraced Duke of York, who currently lives in a much larger royal lodge, to take their places. The keys to Frogmore may even have been offered to Prince Andrew last week. Even though Andrew is said to be resisting the move, it is said that Harry and Meghan will have to leave the cottage, which is their only home in the UK, and complete their move to the United States regardless of whether Andrew moves in. The information comes as King Charles' May coronation preparations are well underway, raising concerns that Prince Harry may not receive an invitation. Mail Online has contacted representatives from Buckingham Palace and Prince Harry for comment. The Sun was informed of the move by a royal insider. As a result, Harry and Meghan's stay in the UK is certain to come to an end. After receiving an offer to move into Frogmore Cottage last week, Andrew is resisting the idea. However, it demonstrates Harry and Meghan's powerlessness to halt the eviction. The Duke and Duchess's only remaining residence in the UK is Frogmore Cottage, a grace and favour home on the Frogmore estate in Windsor, that was given to them by the late Queen in 2018 for their wedding. The cottage is just a short walk from Adelaide Cottage, the Prince and Princess of Wales' primary residence. It has 5 bedrooms and sprawling gardens, making it more like a mansion. Before Harry and Meghan moved in, it underwent a multi-million-dollar renovation in 2018 and 2019. Prior to that, there were 5 distinct residences for Windsor estate employees. The sovereign grant famously spent £2.4 million on the renovation as a whole. After Princess Eugenie and her partner moved in after the Duke and Duchess left the estate in 2020 to move to Portugal, Harry and Meghan renewed their lease on the property in May 2022. It is unclear whether they intend to challenge the alleged eviction. Harry responded to Colbert's question about the best sandwich at the beginning of the Q&A session, a toastie with cheese, ham, and Dijon mustard on top. After that, he and Colbert talk about the differences between Americanism and Britishism, like how different people use the word fanny, and how different people say basil, oregano, and vitamin. Harry states, horseback riding or riding a horse, where else will you ride the horse, before adding, gesturing as though he were clinging on, that becomes a meme immediately. He responds with a chuckle, when the host asks him if the ripped boxer shorts he owns represent fond memories in the subsequent question. He adds, snakes are the most terrifying animal. I don't like sharks, but at least they aren't everywhere like snakes. When asked if he likes apples or oranges, Harry responds by pointing to his hair and saying, oranges, obvious. The Duke responds to Colbert's joke that there's something weirdly cannibalistic about that we get gingivitis if we bite you, as you know. Isn't it true that you secretly desire to be bitten? When asked if he has ever requested an autograph, Harry responds that he did so after a few drinks following England's World Cup victory in Australia in 2003. I was going in the direction of sign my shirt, Johnny, Johnny, Mike, Mike, Lawrence. All of them were standing there naked, their willies out in the open. I was delighted to receive all 15 signatures. He clinks his glass with the host after declaring that he would prefer to sit in the cockpit of a plane, rather than an aisle or window seat. When asked about his least favorite smell, he jokingly points to Colbert, while describing my wife as his favorite scent. Better Up is shown to be the app that Harry uses the most on his phone. As he states, it is a platform for coaching. It provides the quickest access to coaching for mental health. When he states that he obviously prefers dogs to cats, the audience cheers and applauds once more before he makes another cringe-worthy gesture. Before he tells Colbert that, if he could only listen to one song for the rest of his life, Finley's Love Gets Sweeter Every Day would be it. You require more affection in your life. When Harry misidentifies the number the presenter is thinking of, a laborious exchange ensues. He states, "Wait a minute, are these the same questions that everyone else asks? Has anyone ever succeeded? Have you ever spoken to anyone? Is there even a phone number in your head? Is it anywhere from 1 to 10? What am I winning?" Colbert's response is, "You can get to know people." Harry, what do we most want to be? Not alone. You desire recognition. I appreciate it. After that, Harry laughs, exhales, and acts like he's talking into a jacket-mounted microphone, saying, "Security, this is really awkward, can you guys get me out of here?" The Duke responds, in 5 words, "Describe the rest of my life," to the segment's final question. Happiness, freedom, clarity, space, and love. Subscribe to my channel. Like, view, and share, and do not miss to press the bell icon.